Thanks to Buyee for sponsoring today's video. Hey guys, Hayley here and welcome back. So this week was a very exciting week for me for two reasons. First, because I finally shipped and received my Buyee items. And secondly, it's my birthday week, so I think they line up quite well because it feels like I've shipped myself a big birthday present to myself. So I usually buy figures that have already come out that I'm looking to buy pre-owned from Buyee, and I kind of buy a few and leave them in the warehouse until I feel like there's enough, and then I'll consolidate them all and ship them to me. So it's very exciting when I do that because it's kind of like 3 or 4 figures at once that I get to open, so I'm very hyped. But before we jump into it, a quick word from the sponsor of today's video, which is Buyee. Buyee is a proxy shopping service that can help you buy items from Japanese stores which you might otherwise not be able to buy from, and they'll help you ship those items right to your door. Buyee lets you directly bid on items on Yahoo Japan auctions, which is what I mainly use to buy pre-owned figures for a good deal. You can also buy things from Mercari or Rakuten or any other Japanese store through the use of their Add to Buyee extension. Buyee supports a wide range of delivery methods and other delivery options such as package consolidation, which I use quite a lot, as well as protective packaging. One of my favorite Buyee features is that you can save any searches you've made, and Buyee will email you with a list of any new listings that match your search. This is super helpful when you're trying to find pre-owned figures for a good price. And a few of these figures I picked up today, I managed to score because I saw an email for an auction that I then won. Check out my link in the description box below for a 2,000 yen off coupon if you're a first-time customer. Thanks again to Buyee for sponsoring this video. So like I was saying, I received my box this week, which was very exciting because it's absolutely huge. So I'm very excited to get into it. It's very heavy, but I think there's some good stuff in here. So just some extra information around shipping before we jump in. I shipped all of the figures I'll be opening today in 2 boxes. The smaller one was 6,400 yen to ship, and the big one was 9,500 yen. Both of these I shipped from Japan to Australia using FedEx, so I had to wait about a week to a week and a half for them. So that's pretty good in my opinion. And with that said, let's get into the box. Alright, so the first thing I pulled out is this big plastic bag. I think Buyee uses this to combine all of the little packages together. Alright, this is the first little bit of merch I pulled out. This is a box of the Demon Slayer transparent collectible card things. I just thought these looked really cute and I kind of wanted to open some. So I bought a pack. Let me just open one now. I feel like I got a good pull. I don't know if they're supposed to be rare ones or not, but I got a Tanjiro and a Rengoku, so I'm chuffed with that. I recently got some Jujutsu Kai-send kind of transparent collectible trading cards or whatever, and I like them and I like using them to decorate the room. So I knew they made Demon Slayer ones as well, so I picked up a pack of those. I will unbox the rest for B-roll. Alright, this is the next bag. Oh my god! Oh cute, I remember these. I want to expand my Shikishi board collection, and I saw this listing for this like full Yuri on Ice set. I think this is a Lawson collab, because it's got all 3 of them in kind of normal clothing, and then all 3 of them in Lawson uniform with like, I mean, Yuri's got like Fami Chiki, Victor's got like an iced coffee. I don't know, it's just so cute, so dumb. I love the kind of like uber weird capitalistic, like, oh my god, let's put an anime character in a freaking convenience store outfit and sell it. And it's like this weird kind of, I don't even know. Yeah, super cute, really happy to have these. I've forgotten how much those were. I think those were about 1,000 to 2,000 yen for the set. All right, and then we have this one. This is more Yuri and I stuff because I have that as a save set. So sometimes I see something really cute, I pick it up. But this is a clear file pack. I think this was like super cheap, like, I don't know, 500 yen or something. And it's just a bunch of cute Yuri on Ice clear files. Like, I don't know how many there are, but adorable. All right, we found the first figure. Here she is, wrapped in bubble wrap. You might be able to tell which figure this is, but it is one that I've wanted for a long time. And I just never saw her for the price that I wanted to pay. I knew she'd get posted every now and then. I was just kind of being patient with this one, and it finally paid off because I did get her. And that figure is the Super Sonico China dress statue 1/7 painted figure version by Emontoys. This is my first ever Super Sonico scale figure. I do have a little bunny prize figure, and I'm excited. I think Super Sonico is really cute, and I have, you know, massive respect to Super Sonico collectors. But most of her figures don't quite appeal to me, but this one is by far my favorite. I love this one. I love the pose, I love the base. I'm yeah, very excited. So she retailed for 12,800 yen. If we go to Solaris, she's like 33,000 yen, that's ridiculous. Nanoma has her for 28,000 yen. And looking at sold listings on Yahoo Japan auctions, she tends to go for around 21,000, sometimes down to like 16,000. So I got her for 16,000. So I'm really happy with that because that's kind of at the lower end of the spectrum. There were a few bootlegs. There's a lot of bootlegs of her around. So I'm hoping I didn't accidentally buy a bootleg. I hope I was careful. But yeah, you do have to watch out for that. Here she is, so cute and so pink. First impressions is that she is adorable. This is my first ever Emontoys figure, so I'm interested to see kind of the quality here. So she also comes with this cheeky black bag because she actually has like a cast off version of her top piece. Which is crazy because I don't think it's like advertised on the box or on the figure or anything. It's almost like they just threw it in, I don't know. Here is the base. It's a very cute kind of lazy Susan Chinese style, adorable. She looks so cute on the base too. I think this figure is adorable, and I think it is the perfect kind of Super Sonico introduction. I love how pink it is, which is classic Super Sonico. And of course, her body proportions are pretty whack, but sculpted beautifully. I love the dress design on this figure. I love the gold trim and the silver pattern and how metallic they look. I also think it's adorable that she's holding a plate of shrimp fried rice. The details on the rice are amazing. Like, you could never tell that a shrimp didn't fry this fried rice. Mine does have a bit of an issue where her torso doesn't go all the way completely. I don't know if that's just mine or a defect with the figure, or maybe I bought a bootleg. I don't think so though, because she's very cute. I'm happy to have a Super Sonico scale figure now and kind of join the club with you cool cats. I do think it'll be a while before I pick up another Super Sonico figure, just because I'm very picky about Super Sonico designs. A lot of them are just, you know, a little too boobalicious for me, probably. All right, let's move on to this green bag next. It's a bunch of postcards, okay? Heads up, I bought a ton of postcards because I learned the Japanese word for postcard and how to search for them. So what I picked up is a set of 31 Haikyuu postcards. So all of these are 800 yen. And I love to buy postcards because if you could see from behind me, or if you just been on my channel, I love kind of pitting up postcards and things as decoration. And so I just couldn't resist. There's a bunch of postcards just of, you know, the team, various team members, casual outfits or scenes from the anime. And then they have this like themed set. This must be for like a promotion that they did where they have all of them in these traditional outfits. I'm not sure for what, but these are very cool. These are my favorite from the set. Let's move on to the next figure, and it is this spectacular lady here. It is the Haikyuu 1/7 scale Chiyo. I mean, she's a beast. So this is now my third Chiyo figure because I have the Max Factory one, the Freeing one, and I also fell in love with the Haikyuu one, but I found this one quite hard to get. She retailed for 21,000 yen, which is already quite expensive, and on Solaris she's 35,000 yen, and looking at her sold listings, she goes for around 16,000 yen, which seems really cheap because that's like cheaper than retail. But that was back kind of, that's like once a month you would see that. So I was a little impatient and I paid more for her. I ended up winning an auction for 21,000 yen to get her. I reckon if I was more patient, I could have found her at that maybe 16,000, 17,000 yen price range. I really, really like my Max Factory Chiyo where she's in a bunny suit. But I did kind of want a Chiyo figure where she's kind of in her original outfit. And there's not too many of those, there's a few. And I think this one is by far my favorite of those ones. So I wanted to get it because I wanted to have a Chiyo in her OG form. And I think this figure is perfect for that. So I'm very excited to open her up. Let's get to it. This one I got is also new, which is probably why it was a little more expensive than the other ones. This might be my first Haikyuu figure. I can't think of another one off the top of my head. I'm interested to see the quality because I think Haikyuu figures are quite expensive. So I'd like to know if they're worth the money. First we have the base, and it has this kind of alien material tentacle stuff. Oh my gosh, here she is. She is very like spiky everywhere. I actually like hurt my hand a little trying to put her in and she like stabbed me back. So apart from that, not too difficult to put together and I love it. Oh my god. I am so impressed with the quality of this figure. I think the sculpt of this figure is amazing. It's stunning. There are so many details everywhere, kind of on the edges of her fur, I guess you could call it that. All of the little spikes, her horn, what she wears, and her hair sculpt is unbelievable. I had some issues with the freeing quarter scale hair, and this is how you do it. This is insanely beautiful. The way her hair transitions from like a matte, dark kind of black color all the way down to this transparent and glittery blue is beautiful. It's so well done. I can't even see where the material starts to change. The paint on this is really nice as well, even though her legs are all one color. There's also some really nice shading in the skin and in the legs just to make the figure pop more. She's stunning. She's amazing. One of the nicest things in figure collecting is when you're really excited about a figure and then you open it and you're in love with it. But one of the better feelings is when you're excited for a figure and you open it and you love it even more than you thought you would. And this is what's happening. Seeing this figure in person, oh my god. I like this Chiyo more than the Max Factory one I already have. I'm just so impressed by it. Like, it's beautiful. My only complaint with this figure is like this kind of tacky purple tentacle around the base. I wish they didn't put that there. But apart from that, they nailed everything else. I'm actually very impressed with Haikyuu. I'm okay with the price that they set as well. Oh, I'm so happy. I've got a couple of Haikyuu figures pre-ordered, so now I'm feeling kind of content and happy that they'll be able to deliver. All right, let's move on to the next thing in here. We have another green bag. Pretty sure this is more postcards. Yes, it is more postcards. Similar to the Haikyuu one, this is a set of 30 postcards. These ones were a little more expensive. These were 1,000 yen for the set. So you get a bunch of different designs. I really like this one with the text in the back. And I think we basically have one of every character. Yep, these will be very nice for decorating. Moving on to this little package, we have a couple of things covered with cardboard. So what we have in here is a bunch of Toge like prints and postcards, and this one's a shikishi board. And actually what goes with it is this pack and this. So basically I saw a listing for like a bunch of Toge merch, and I ended up paying like 1,000 yen for all this stuff. There's like can badges, keychains, a plushie, a little poster. Yeah, it was just so cute. I think it's like a perfect way. It's like you like a character starter pack where you can just buy a whole bunch of merch for that character. I like buying listings where you get like bulk amount of stuff, because on Buyee, when you're using Yahoo Japan auctions, you have to pay a 200 yen service fee per item that you win. And so if I had to bid and buy on each of these things individually, it would cost a heck of a lot more than just buying, you know, 1,000 yen for bulk. This was the plushie that I got. He's so cute. It's one of those Nesoberry types. All right, let's jump to the next figure I have here. This one's double boxed. I'll have to unbox this box. Awesome, here is the figure. This box is really nice and luxurious. Oh my god, this box is so like deluxe. I've never seen a box like this. It does this, like, oh my god, it's falling over. It does this. Spoiler as to what the figure is, by the way. So this is a figure of an original character. It's Taya. I believe this is an Akuma Maid version by Charm, which is definitely my first Charm figure, and the packaging is very impressive. This is a little picture of the original illustration, and you can see that she is a very cute little like demon imp maid girl. I originally saw this figure when it went up for pre-order, and I was like, oh my god, it's so cute. I do have a bit of a thing for like demon girls, or I guess like imp, like kind of devilish imp girls with the little wings. Like, I think it's the cutest stick. But I didn't pre-order it because I thought, I hadn't heard of this manufacturer. I didn't know what the quality was going to be like. And so I wanted to wait for the figure to release, see some other people's pictures and videos of her, and then decide. That happened. And when I saw how she looked after she released, I thought she looked pretty good. Like, I think she matches the prototype images. So I went to go try and find her. She wasn't too easy to find. Like, doesn't come up all the time. She retailed for 17,000 yen. She's on Solaris for 19,000 yen, so that's a viable option. I ended up getting her off of Yahoo Japan auctions for 17,800 yen, so pretty much close to retail. I'm pretty happy with that. And it looks like on Yahoo Japan auctions, she tends to go for around anywhere from 15 to 20,000 yen. Enough chattering, let me figure out how to open this box. So first up, we've got her base. It's a fairly boring black disc, just says Taya with a little bit of pattern around the side. All right, here she is unboxed. She looks adorable, and there was basically no assembly. She just had to take all the plastic off. I think this figure looks adorable. I think that her design is super cute. I really like kind of the hair, the wings, the outfit, the pose. I think it all goes together really nicely and it's really aesthetic. I think that she translated into figure form quite well. I really like the sculpt of the figure. I think that it's well done. I do think that the paint is a little kind of basic. It's not too exciting. The shading could be a little more dynamic, like it looks a little flat. I feel like this figure is very cute and it kind of satisfies my need for wanting like a demon girl or an imp girl, but I don't think that this figure is worth the price that I paid. Like it's nice quality, like it's good enough that I'm not disappointed by it, but it's not so good that I'm like obsessed with it. Like I think that it's fairly plain, it's fairly kind of in the middle in terms of quality. But I do like the aesthetic and the design, which is why I ultimately did buy it. Yeah, she's cute. I'm just kind of holding her by a foot, which is very dangerous, so let's go put her down. Now let's move on to the last of the green packages. You couldn't already tell from the general trend, this is a postcard adjacent item. This is actually a pack of like stickers. I think it's stickers, postcards, or like other kind of paper-based merchandise. And this one's Haikyuu, and I paid 1,000 yen for all of this stuff, which I'll show in B-roll. Again, I mainly picked it up for decoration and I can't resist kind of bulk buying all this stuff. Now, let's move on to the final figure that I picked up. And I'm very excited because it is a quarter scale bunny. It is this one. This is the freeing quarter scale Veronica B-style figure. And this is one that I don't see too often. This is an original character, so she's not from an anime. And she came out originally in 2019. She retailed for 23,000 yen. And she's like tanked in price now. I was kind of curious why she was so cheap. She's on Solaris for 28,000 yen, Nin Game for 20,000 yen, but I got her for 12,500 yen, which is like unheard of for a quarter scale. Like that's insane. On Yahoo Japan auctions, historically, she always goes for about 12,000 yen as well. So like from the photos, I like her. So I'm curious to see why her price is so low. Let's open her up. I'm gonna open her up from the bottom because whoever had her before me did that. All right, I have unboxed her, and first impressions, I think I've worked out why she's so cheap. But it still doesn't quite make sense to me. So the reason I think she's kind of cheap is that her face and her emotion is kind of not there. The face just looks like there's no like life behind her eyes, and obviously they're all figures, they're all just PVC plastic, but when you get the face right, like the figure really kind of comes to life and looks like real. But this one, it just doesn't quite look like she's there. I don't know, it doesn't look quite right, which is a shame because the rest of the figure I love. I was instantly attracted to this figure because of her design aesthetic. She kind of looks like a sailor wartime character. She's got a gun. I loved the shoes and all of the other little details on the outfit. I think that it's a very uniquely styled bunny. I especially love her hat between her bunny ears. I think that looks adorable. I also quite like her hair and how they've got these two blue ribbons coming out from the back. Similar to my other freeing bunnies, I do think the hair sculpt and shading could be elevated for a quarter scale bunny. But finally, we get to her face, where she looks, you know, cute and happy, but her eyes just seem a little bit washed out. She doesn't look like she's quite there. I don't know. Maybe it'll come through on the B-roll and you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It's not that bad. I still like her and I'm still going to keep her. And I think at certain angles it looks better than others. So yeah, I still don't, like, apart from the face, there's nothing wrong with this figure. I don't know why she's so cheap. Maybe this aesthetic doesn't appeal to people, or, you know, people just prefer buying quarter scale bunnies of anime characters instead of like original characters. Because the Saitom, like, Kelly bunny kind of also flopped in the aftermarket as well, which is interesting because binding bunnies do like insanely well in the aftermarket. Maybe she's just not quite lewd enough to hold on to the price tag. But no, I'm really happy to have her. I'm obsessed with this aesthetic, so I'm glad she's here. Okay, that is everything I had to open. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know which figure I picked up was your favorite. My personal favorite is definitely the Chiyo figure. It's just like way more spectacular than I could really tell from the photos. So I'm super chuffed with that and everything else I picked up. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a good week and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye!